Good morning from Cambodia, a country in Southeast Asia, and it is renowned for spectacular historical and cultural sites, such as Angkor Wat Temple. Welcome to Cambodia's first international conference on mentoring educators. Excellencies, honorable speakers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. To begin the opening ceremony of the first day of this virtual international conference, I would like you to show respect for the national anthem of Kingdom of Cambodia. Watch Robam Chunpo, the Cambodia's blessing dance, and the highlights of our organizer and sponsors. So please. Thank you. Excellencies, honorable speakers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Now I would like to invite Professor Roath, a local organizing committee chairman of the conference and the manager of New Generation Pedagogical Research Center, National Institute of Education, to deliver an opening speech for this conference. Please welcome.
Welcome to all national and international honorary speaker, participant, and of the first virtual conference in Cambodia on mentoring educator under the same mentoring and professional development of educator. Your Excellency, Professor Soktu, President of Royal Academy of Cambodia. Today, on behalf of the local organizing committee, I am very pleased and would like to express my deep gratitude to His Excellency Professor Soktu, President of Royal Academy of Cambodia, for taking his busy time to participate in the opening ceremony of the Cambodian First International Virtual Conference on Mentoring Educator now, which make this event more solemn. The main objective of this conference are to provide a forum for research funding from the international community, to introduce new pathways to excellence in education through action and innovation, to share best teaching practice and use research finding to solve school problems, to share mentoring experience and skill, to establish partnership and collaboration between researchers across the globe in order to sustain Cambodia developing education community. There are 70 presenters, scholars, and educators from around the world. There are Cambodia, Thailand, United States of America, Canada, Japan, Bhutan, Philippines, United Kingdom, Myanmar, Qatar, United Arab Emirates, South Africa, Brazil, Korea, Nigeria, Australia, Singapore, and more. More than 400 official online register and hundreds of unofficial participants. The conference is held for 3 days from December 21 to 23, and speakers from 17 countries will present their topic via virtual webinar Zoom cloud conference. Time zone among presenters are very different. Therefore, the conference starts from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. Although COVID-19 has spread and killed people around the world, it no longer an obstacle to prevent the convention process from happening. We have turned the obstacle into an opportunity by transforming the physical conference into a virtual webinar Zoom cloud conference, which allow the organizer of this international conference to learn more new technology in response to the actual need of today. On behalf of the Cambodian Local Organizing Committee, we would like to express our deep gratitude to the sponsor of the program, which consists of Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport, Ministry of Post and Telecommunication, National Institute of Education, Institute of Technology of Cambodia, Cambodia Action for Promote Education, the Cambodia STEM Education Excellent Pathway, Singapore International Mastery Contest Center, Chong Kong's International Education and Culture Co-Ltd, Korea, and Calling International Co-Ltd, Korea, Heptagon Education information, and more. I strongly believe that the 3-day international conference will run smoothly without any obstacle. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Roath, for the meaningful speech. Next, I would like to invite Professor Jean-Francois Maheux, an international program committee and the chairman of the conference from Canada, to deliver his speech. Please welcome.
Hi, everybody. I hope you can hear me well. So, well, hi, everybody. I'm very happy, very happy to be here today. I'm going to take just a few minutes of your time to again give you a little overview of what's coming in the next few days, because this is really amazing what is taking place right now. So I just want to reinstate a few things that were mentioned. So mentoring educators, right? This is what this conference is about. And what do we mean by mentoring? What is mentoring? This is interesting because when you look into a dictionary, you look for the word mentor, and what you find is a mentor is a wise advisor, an intimate friend. And actually the words come from the Sanskrit mantar, meaning one who thinks. But of course, as we all know here, there is much more than that in mentoring. It's more than advising or counseling. Mentoring is about working with people. It's about providing them with opportunities to learn and not only recommend them what to do. So this is, I think, very important for us. Mentoring is a process. It's a relationship. It's about doing and being together based on experiences and a will for what Vygotskis call obuchini. That's the double process of teaching and learning. So as Chandrad just mentioned, we had some goals for this conference. I'm not going to read them again, but I just want to stress how these goals are all actually coming together in order to sustain Cambodia's developing education community. This is why we are here today, right? Talk about research findings, about new pathways to excellence, teaching practices, and also sharing mentoring experience and skills, and create this opportunity to establish relationships and collaboration from researchers across the globe. And as it was just mentioned here, you have it on a map. So this is what it's going to look like. We have more than 80 speakers actually at this time, in the time of pandemic, with people really from everywhere. And what you're going to get is all sorts of communication. So we have plenary talks, but also short presentations, workshop, and even roundtable and discussion panels. So a lot to enjoy. And again, just in terms of a quick overview, when we were talking about research findings, well, we have at least 10 sessions that are going to talk about research findings in different ways around different topics. In terms of new pathways to excellence, again, at least 8 sessions are going to be focusing on this. And we have another 10th session where we're going to address the question of teaching practices and helping school solve its problem with, again, very various themes to address this big question. Mentoring experiences being shared, well, again, at least 10 sessions where we're going to be doing that. And in terms of establishing partnerships and collaboration, so we have at least 5 sessions during the conference that are going to be about this idea of collaboration and international partnerships. And we have also on the website this forum that we created where you can go here and now to make friends, to connect, to exchange. So this was, again, one of the goals that we had in this conference. So again, here is the list of all the people from the International Program Committee. I want to thank them all. Without them, nothing would have been possible, but it's also the same I need to say about all our speakers and the local organization committee. Thank you so much for the hard work that you've all put into this. Thank you, really. And also, naturally, thank you to the organizers and the sponsors who also make this amazing conference possible. So that's it for me. I'm going to finish here. I want to just wish you all a very good conference, a very good 3 days. Thanks.
Thank you, Professor Jean-Francois, for your speech. Excellencies, honorable speakers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Now I would like to offer an honorable stage to His Excellency Academician Dr. Soktut, the President of the Royal Academy of Cambodia, to deliver his speech. Please welcome. Okay, I'm sorry, probably His Excellency Soktut, probably he's working on that.
The 13 until now for 7 years. The achievement of this reform and has received so many remarkable accomplishments, and the most prominent is the reform, the high school diploma exam, which has made the enormous change in the entire education system, such as curriculum reform, teacher method, and strengthening the teaching capacity of the teachers at all levels. The curriculum brought is enable and support the adoption of the new generation school program that open the opportunity for capable children and used to develop the ability through advancement of information and communication technologies to compete with the local and international levels. At this point, I would like to find out the main point is that on the education, when we talk about education, we cannot say just 1 day or 5 years. The quality of education, we can say 30 years. It starts from the kindergarten until they complete the PhD program. And the second point would like to share with all of you, when we talk about the quality of education, we have to think of the way of the finding, research, and library. When we have the label, the label for experiment, and without we just only have the theory and without experiment, it leads our education, not high quality. And when I talk about experiment, as what I have to talk today, even I am busy, and I am happy to share in this important conference. Yes, the Cambodia Action to Promote Education, KAPE, which is a project leaders of the New Generation School Program, with some challenges to help emerging teachers, have led to establishment of the new generation of pedagogical research centers to support, to expand the New Generation School Program to the education sector, so that the young teachers can receive training in the context of the New Generation School Program. And of course, at this point, I would like to think that yes, of course, when we say our age is not the way that we can assessment our knowledge, or when we need our good, when the old, they have no more research, their knowledge is not so high. So when I say scientific, it different from the experience. And the second one is that the education, we have to be strong, and the first that we have to think of is that the teachers and our, when they talk about the family, when they say they are good, the family, they say become from the name of the family. But when they have become high or this or that, so what is the main point? So the main thing to educate the people is that we have to think of the teachers, and the if we are not happy with the teachers, yes, and I believe that we cannot to get successful in our career. And the establishment of the new generation, in the New Generation Pedagogical Research Center is the crucial movement that promote education reform at the national and sub-national levels, and expresses the need for the investment of the training of the young and long-term education leaders. Moreover, it will be an influential system that implements an human resource development policy in Cambodia, mentoring a new innovative idea educator in Cambodia, especially the teachers and primary, secondary, and tertiary level. And of course, when we have the human resource, it's better than have the natural resource. I have 5 countries to prove my idea that human resource play a very important role. First one is that my example from Japan, South Korea, the third from Singapore, the fourth from Malaysia, and the fifth one from example of Thailand. The 5 countries, they promote the human resources. I do not want to talk about the another country like the European, that they have long hair, they have different color. Why they are so developed? Because of the education. When they have the high quality of education, the human resource will be very much important. But if we rely much on the natural resources, sometimes if we will run out of the human resources. So I can ask for the 3. One as the Saudi Arabia, and the second one is Brunei Darussalam, and the third one is the one country is called very too much developed, is in Israel. And the 3 countries, they have nothing, not natural resources, but they can lead their country to be the developed one. Why? Because of human resources. the conference of our today, it show of the much of the education of the those sponsors that we have a play very important for this, and we promote the master bachelor to respond to the yeah. On behalf of Royal Academy of Cambodia and my own behalf, I would like to thank the national and international speakers who have shared knowledge and experience in monitoring the teachers in Cambodia are the best for absorbing the new knowledge and develop their skills in line with progress of the world in this 21st century. And besides, I would like to express my earnest thanks to all supporters, including Chong International Education Center, Co Ltd, JGIEC in Korea, and the second one, the Calling International College in Korea, Singapore International Mastery Contest Center, SIMCC Singapore, and the fourth, the Cambodia Action to Promote Education, CAP, KAPE, and the first one, National Institute of Cambodia, the second Institute of Technology of Cambodia, and the seventh Ministry Post and Communication. Professor, ladies and gentlemen, currently, we are proud to host the first international conference about the pedagogical education under the theme, the mentoring and professional development of education officers, to be here through the online web Zoom cloud. And of course, there are the 17 national and international speakers from 17 countries. The important purpose of the conference are yes, to provide a forum for the national community to present their research findings and the guidance on the new means of the excellent education through the action motivation, and share success stories and the use I present for you because and I would like to taking this opportunity, would like to thank to all the committee team that try hard to organize this important event. And the other respondent at last, I would like to thank the express sincerity to all the teams and organizers, and thanks for this the partner development. លោកសាជាបណ្ឌិតលោកបណ្ឌិតឯកឧត្តមលោកជំទាវលោកស្រីភ្ញៀវកិត្តិយសជាតិនិងអន្តរជាតិដែលចូលរួមទាំងអស់គ្នាមេត្តាយកចិត្តទុកដាក់និងចូលរួមផ្ដល់យោបល់ដែលជាធាតុចូលដ៏សំខាន់បំផុតក្នុងគោលបំណងសម្រាប់បាននូវលទ្ធផលល្អនៅក្នុងសន្និសីទនេះជាទីបញ្ចប់ខ្ញុំសូមអរគុណចំពោះឯកឧត្តមបណ្ឌិតសភាចារ្យច័ន្ទរតនិង sponsor ទាំងអស់ដែលបានចូលរួមនៅក្នុងសន្និសីទនេះ
Thank you, His Excellency Academician Dr. Soktut for the meaningful opening speech. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite His Excellency Academician Dr. Soktut once again to offer certificates of appreciation to our sponsors. Please welcome. Mr. Yang Po, could you project the picture of certificate award so that the participant could see? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, since the scene of giving the award to the sponsor cannot be seen on our Zoom platform, I would like to continue our conference agenda this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to inform you that the following agenda is in the form of plenary sessions and will be facilitated by our moderator, Mr. Sang Chai Dan. So thank you, Mr. Sang Chai Dan. You can start your role.